How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. Today I have an awesome Final Fantasy VII program to show you. It's extremely useful and you can use it for a lot of different things and kind of play around with the game as well. It was designed by Enigma164. He designed it specifically for my show. The general purpose of it was to just show an HP meter on my stream, so while we're fighting enemies, people could see how much HP the enemy had left. But the program actually has a bunch of different uses. It can show HP and MP of enemies and allies. You can edit the HP and MP of allies and enemies. You can kill enemies right away. You can change the ailments of enemies and allies. And probably the most important thing about that is you can change the ailments of enemies that usually can't get ailments, which is really cool. You can play around with Emerald Weapon, give them frog and confusion and all sorts of goofy things. One of the funniest things I think I've seen is giving carry armor confusion in Mini. It looks absolutely ridiculous. So you can play around with that with this. And there's a few other small things that the program does. So I'm going to show you the program now. Enigma wanted everyone to know that this is kind of the final build of the program. This program was just made, in his free time for my show. But I had a lot of people ask me, where can I get this program? Where can I get this program? So I asked him, hey, is there a way we can make this public? He said, sure, but he's not looking to support it anytime soon. So this is kind of like the final build of it. There's also no documentation. There's no README about it. So that's where I come in. That's what this video is for. I'm going to show you all about it, how to use it, what to use it for, etc. So without further ado, let's go. If you want to download the program, go down to the description box below on the YouTube video, and the link will be there. This is a link directly from him, so you're getting it directly from the creator. And you're going to want to install a program and then open it. And when you open it, it's going to look like this, and it's going to say, please start Final Fantasy VII on Steam. So then you're going to open up your Steam version of Final Fantasy VII and start it up. And then the program will look like this. And right now, obviously, there's no enemies or allies, so everything is zeroed out. So we're going to open up a file here and get into a battle. Probably with some bunny rabbits. Either bunny rabbits or wolves, one of the two. And the program, although he's not supporting it, is pretty stable. The only thing I've ever seen it do is flicker. If you end up opening it and closing it a bunch of times, sometimes it can flicker. All you got to do to fix that is just close it and reopen it. So here we are. We're in the fight. We got two wolves. They both have 860 HP and 100 MP. And then here are the ailments around here. So first off, we can edit their HP just by simply typing in a number. So for example, if I were to use a really weak skill on the first wolf here, you will see, even before the flamethrower goes off, you'll see that, oh, well, it was too strong, so the enemy got killed. But you can see already that he's dead. Let's try using something weaker. Do we have some grenades or something? This file has nothing that's weak. There we go. So we'll use this grenade, and there you go. You can already see that the HP has been affected and 141 damage. So now we could just type 860 again, and boom, now he has full HP again. And you could throw another grenade, and there it's, updated again. 718 this time. So yeah, that's how you do that. And then there's also the ally HP. We could edit the ally HP. We could say, alright, Cloud now has 3000 HP. Sometimes with allies, stuff like that won't update right away. HP normally does, as long as someone isn't currently attacking. But with the ailments, it can get a little weird, which I'll show you in a second. So that's that. The only other thing I need to show you is how to kill things. With characters, with the allies, you're going to want to set their HP to 0, and then you're going to want to set their flag to dead. And that will kill, the character. And then you could even set their HP to 0 and not give them the dead flag. And that looks kind of weird because they're still alive, but they have 0 HP because the game doesn't know they're dead. So that's kind of a silly thing you can do. Now with enemies, it's a little different. With enemies, setting their HP to 0 doesn't really do anything for you. In fact, it kind of makes them invulnerable, I think. So what you're going to want to do, he put in kind of a different code for the enemies to actually give them their dead flags. So what you're going to want to do is give them -1 HP. Sometimes it does that if there's nothing. There we go. If you put nothing in there, sometimes it underflows. So you need to give it -1, just like that. So Now he has -1 HP. If you click off, boom, there he is, he's dead. So that's how you kill enemies right away. So now we'll move on to the ailments. With the ailments, they can be a little tricky with the allies. With enemies, normally it goes off right away. But other times with the allies, for example, if you were to give Cloud like poison, sometimes it won't show the green flicker like it normally does for poison, but he'll still have it. This is just a bug with the game. Also, sometimes the poison won't go off right away. The reason this happens is because the game doesn't always check to see if allies have poison, confusion, etc. It'll only check when those kind of attacks happen. So sometimes you won't see it right away. Let's see what happens if we give Red 13 poison. Okay, so it worked pretty well on him there. He has poison, we see the green glow. And you can do this with any ailment you want. I mean, I could give, you know, Vincent sleep. There he is, now he's asleep. So you can play around with that as much as you want. With the enemies, same thing. But what's cool about the enemies is that you can give them stuff that normally you would never be able to give enemies. You know, with the wolf, he's probably fine with whatever you give him. But, you know, with Emerald Weapon, Carry Armor, and stuff, you can do all sorts of silly things. So, let's see. Let's give him Poison and Frog. There you go. Now he's a Poisoned Frog. So, you can play around with that. It's a lot of fun to do that. And I think that's about it for the program in general with all of its stuff. The only other thing that's really cool is if you hit Control M on your keyboard, it will give you the effects of a Mega Elixir. Which is pretty funny on Cloud when he's dead because he has full HP and NP, but he's dead. But yeah, you can do this anytime, even if the program isn't your active window. Even if you're in, you know, Final Fantasy VII, you can just hit Control M and you'll get a Mega Elixir right away, which is really cool. You know, the PS4 version of Final Fantasy VII has all those boosters you can use, but Steam doesn't really have anything like that. So if you're looking for just a nice little cheat for Final Fantasy VII, there you go. You can use that. So yeah, I think that's just about everything I wanted to show with the program. If you have any questions about it, you can leave a comment down below and I'll answer it, or I'll ask Enigma and see what he says. But that's just the general gist of it. Make sure you always open it first and then open Steam. If you open Steam first and then the program, sometimes it won't pick it up. And I think that's it. So hope you enjoy the program. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave a comment. And yeah, enjoy it.